Meanwhile, people in Boston honored all those affected by the bombing today. This as one of the victims was laid to rest. Alicia Vitarelli live in the Satellite Center with more on that. Alicia?
Yeah, hard day in Boston, a sad day indeed. 2 services actually being held today for 2 of the 3 people who were killed in those bombings. And just a little more than an hour ago, a moment of silence to remember the dead and also the more than 170 people wounded in that attack. At exactly 2:50 this afternoon, the time the first of 2 bombs exploded just 11 seconds apart near the finish line of the Boston Marathon 1 week ago, a moment of silence was observed to honor the victims, with Mayor Thomas Menino also reflecting on a week of pain, loss, and then pride for the heroes of his city, a sentiment shared by a crowd of onlookers.
There's a real sense of community. Everybody kind of looks at each other with an understanding of this has been a rough week.
As thoughts are with the victims and their families, it's the first time in a week that Boston is once again bustling. But the streets surrounding the scene are still closed. Today, both the surviving suspect and many of the victims remain in the hospital. 19 of those wounded were admitted to Boston Medical Center, and 11 are still being treated there. Doctors saying day by day they are getting better, stronger.
Nearly all of the patients that have lost legs are already walking the halls with physical therapists. It takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of safety, a lot of practice, and they have to learn new routines. But we're all gearing up for a mass exodus to rehab, hopefully during this upcoming week.
The healing process, both mental and physical, is certainly underway, but doctors say it's far from over.
Recovery from this psychologically is a marathon. It will take months for people to recover.
In Medford, Massachusetts, services for the first of 3 people killed in the blasts. Hundreds of family and friends packed St. Joseph Church to remember 19-year-old Crystal Campbell. Dozens more waited outside after being turned away, hoping to take a moment to say goodbye and pay their respects. The restaurant manager had gone to watch a friend finish the race that day. The pastor remembering Crystal as someone who was always there for people. In a second memorial service scheduled for 7 o'clock tonight at Boston University for 23-year-old Lu Lingzi. She was a graduate student from China. Live in the Satellite Center, Alicia Vitarelli, Channel 6 Action News. Shirley.